Hit. Hit. Welcome to the PNW Guerrilla YouTube channel. I'm PNW Guerrilla, that's why I'm talking. You can now introduce yourself.
I'm one of the KOJENTs of all time.
This is one of the KOJENTs of all time. We're starting out this video with just doing great. So unlike any other video ever, we're gonna do this off the cuff. I know it's not normal for us. There's never any rants here, so we're gonna keep going with that, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna change it up. We're gonna do a little bit more of a rant this time. I know it's different. I don't think they're gonna pick up on the joke.
It's very original.
It was pretty dry. Today we're gonna be going over FTXs, field training exercises. This is the part 2. If you were one of the 1,000 people that decided to watch the part 1, this is part 2. And if you're not one of those 1,000 people, then welcome to part 1.
Yeah, we're gonna rehash all that stuff and go into a little more depth, be a little more autistic about it, and give a lot more detail.
So essentially the plan was to come out here and talk. So we don't really, I'm not, do you want to just start rattling?
Yeah, let's start with the why.
The why? All right, so the biggest thing when it comes to any field training exercise, when it comes to anything that you're doing out in the hills or with other men, why are you doing it? That is the most important question. And I feel like you could probably devolve into the why a lot better than I could.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, cool, range days are fun. A 20-mile ruck here and there is fun. A little PT with the boys is fun. But you kind of need something more than that sometimes. Yeah, taking some time, couple days out in the woods to really spend some time in the field. Live out of your ruck for a while. Live out of your ruck for 4 days. Cover a lot of distance. Get really exhausted watching cars go by on an intersection. That kind of training that you don't get just by having a range day where you're right by your car, you really need to go out in the field for.
Yeah, so I'd say one of the most important things, and something that a lot of men right now are really lacking, is just doing challenging things with other men. And this is getting familiarity with you as your own person and struggling and what can you endure, right? And I would say most men, you know, if you're like us at all, you want a challenge. You want to be better. You can feel it. And it's like that is the why of doing a field training exercise or going out and training with other men, is because you want to be better. You want to be more proficient in these skills, these tasks. You want to feel like if you carry a gun that you can protect yourself and your family. And the only way you're going to get better about that is going and doing hard things.
Yeah, and then if you have a group like ours, then, you know, yeah, sure, you've come out to a couple events. At what point do you really feel like you're part of the group? The field training exercise we just did is kind of like our annual, like, if you go through this exercise, you know you have a spot in this group. If you don't, then, well, you got a couple things you need to work on before you can come back next year and try to be, again, the core part of the group, earning your place. And those kinds of exercises are really important too for a group as you start to get more serious in vetting people and knowing that you can depend on the guys next to your side because you've seen them go through 4 grueling days of hard shit.
Yep. Well, that's another thing, is you start to trust the men around you even more, of like, oh man, I can see what this dude can endure, what he has endured. And in doing challenging and hard things with other men where you're all doing it together, there's a different kind of camaraderie that's built when you're all suffering together, when everyone is going through it together. Like, wow, dude, this sucks. And it's like, you got this. And everyone's helping each other. Everyone's, you know, bullying each other, sure, but it's in a good and positive way. Even, okay, I said positive. Productive?
Yeah, constructive.
Constructive.
Yeah.
We're
trying
still
to build each other up by, you know, calling people out for their mistakes and
Yep.
and making sure they're in their place back in, you know, in the us, not and not be a them.
I almost feel like we could do an entire video on just the why.
Yeah.
Because I'd say that planning an FTX is the easiest part. I would personally say that planning the FTX is the easiest part. Hold on. The hardest thing, in my opinion, is getting dudes to show up.
Yeah. Yeah, convincing people that they need to be out here.
Okay, so do you agree with that, though?
Yeah, and a lot of that convincing...
The why.
The dudes need to convince themselves they want to be out here.
Yep.
And that's something that, like, if you do a 4-day FTX, you have to ask your guys, why are you here? Why do you want to be here? You're taking 4 days away from your family. You made a pretty significant decision to be out here. Why? You can go home at any time. You don't have to be out here. Why do you want to be here? That's an important thing. It needs to come from the dudes. I can't make you want to be here.
No, and that's another thing. And throughout our FTXs, throughout you know, in any of our trainings, it's a very frequent thing that's said often of you can leave whenever you want. You chose to be here. You wanted to be here, and so be here, right? And the guys that like quit right away, it's I'd say that's gonna be more of a thing on you, that, you know, the why for you wasn't important enough, right? And it's okay, well, have a good day, peace. I mean, and I don't want to get too much into dudes quitting early, but
We can talk about dudes quitting later, yeah.
it's unfortunate, but you know, is what it is. Anyway.
Yeah, so we want to dive into some of the specifics of like what we did last week, because again, that was our big why event. Like, why are you here? If you pass this event, yeah, it means you want to be here. It means there's a good reason for you to be here. So how do you make an event like that, a 4-day FTX, where you can really test guys and have them earn their place in a very tight-knit group where people really depend on each other? When I was planning the event, again, it's 4 days, and I wanted to ask a different question each day. First day we started with, are you strong enough?
Why heavy?
Then we went, are you mentally tough enough? Then, how do you stack up to the guys around you?
Yeah, you can go home.
You can go home. Just leave.
Next guy will pick it up. The next guy's got it. It's okay.
Yeah,
let it
just
go.
leave.
Don't worry about it.
The next guy will pick up all your weight.
I love my family too much to do that. Fuck you.
Get back up, jog in place.
Okay, you can take a rest day. You don't have to work out. Stay home.
You don't need conditioning.
The game's on. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you hear about the game? Sports ball. The sports ball is on.
And lastly, can you save a life?
See what else needs work, okay?
So each of those days kind of has their theme. The first day becomes very, very physically demanding. The second day becomes mentally grueling. You're exhausted. Third day is a lot of fun. It's a lot of competitions between different teams.
Day 3 was just, that was fun.
And then day 4, it's a little bit of medical to close everything out on like a, hey, remember why we're here. We're trying to save lives. As much fun as it is to Fed Post IRL and joke about it, first and foremost, it's about saving our own lives and lives of our family and our tribe.
When you start out, you need to have a set mission. So the why even goes even further of what specifically are you doing and why are you doing it. There's so many different skills. Like a lot of the stuff that we do of like tactical stuff, that's not just what we do. It's more flashy for like social media, but like the one huge thing that not enough people talk about is just the general understanding of your own equipment, your own food, your own gear.
Basic soldiering skills.
Basic soldiering skills, basic infantry skills, basic...
Without my rifle, I am nothing. Without me, my rifle is
Yep.
nothing. That kind of thing. Same thing applies to your ruck. Same thing applies to your belt kit, chest rig, plate carrier, whatever kind of gear you're wearing. You know, if you don't know that thing inside and out, if you don't know the condition of your weapon at all times, if you don't clean your shit, if you don't know if your dust cover is open or not, like even small things like that, that's the kind of stuff we test out here. Like, can you live out of your ruck? Is your ruck comfortable on you? How about for 6 miles? How about for 12 miles? How about for, you know, a couple miles uphill while you're carrying a stretcher? Is it comfortable now? Like,
and the amount of dudes that think that, like, you know, the end of the world happens, or shit hits the fan happens, or, you know, there's war in the U.S. and that you're just good. you got this, champ. You're set. Never trained a fucking day in your life, but you're set. Also, going to the range and shooting off of a bench is not training. I don't care who says it is. It's just not. It's not. But anyway.
yeah, I guess let's go in a little bit deeper. Like at day 1, we plan to be physical. So what does that mean? What do you expect from your guys from a physical standpoint? Do you have a set of PT standards? Yeah? Cool, that's a great place to start. If somebody can't pass your basic PT test standards, they probably don't belong in your group, and you don't want to keep them around for 4 days, so send them home right away if they can't pass.
Yeah. But that's another thing of what kind of group are you starting to set up? What kind of standards do you want to have? What kind of boundaries are you going to set up, you know, off the rip? Do you have things that are like hard nose? Do you have safety considerations? You know, you need to have parameters, just like a relationship with, you know, friends, as with a significant other. If like there needs to be boundaries set, there needs to be rules set off the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. So having a set of PT standards that you are going to hold yourself to and you're going to hold the people around you to. If they can pass those, then they can stay in. If they can't pass those, well, again, do you want to send them home right away because they aren't strong enough to keep up with you? Or do you want to make an exception on, say, sit-ups for a bit? It's like, cool, you can't make the sit-ups number. All right, well, you can still hang around. Just know that you need to work on that and keep going.
I liked the 60-day rule. I think that's a good rule.
Yeah, or you fail your test, you got 60 days to make it up and be back at minimum standard.
Yep. And that's not asking a whole lot. If you're trying to, and this might seem stupid, of trying to like maintain a strict fitness standard, but if you are an active group and your plan is that you and your entire team, let's say you got 20 to 30 dudes, and you guys are setting out and you have to have strict time hacks, and you guys are on a hike, and this could be granola crunching as well. Everyone that you're with has to be on a certain level of fitness standards, or else you're gonna have dudes falling behind to a certain point where it's now detrimental to everyone. The Washougal 20-mile ruck.
Yeah.
That is the best example for our fitness standards, where it was an open ruck. Our fitness standards were just all across the board. And we did, in 20 miles, it took us like 16 hours.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was the longest ruck that I have ever done. It took longer to do 20 miles than it took us to do the 35-miler by, what, 7 hours?
Yeah.
That one Washougal ruck, because we had such a large span of fitness standards and we were waiting on the slow guys, it got really grueling for everyone. Everyone's getting tired, everyone's getting beat down, and it's like, I would rather have done a 35-miler.
Yep.
Well, now that I've done the 35-miler, I'm like, I would rather do that 35-miler than be with fat people on a 20-miler having to wait all day, because you go a couple miles and you got to wait for them. You go to a couple miles and you got to wait for them. You go a couple miles and you got to wait for them.
And your joints are getting cooled down. Your muscles are slowing down. You're having to.
Oh, I had more blisters. I was more beaten down. I was more fatigued on a 20-miler than I was on a 35-miler. And there's no reason for that. Yeah. That's just stupid. So fitness standards, if you have a goal, if you're trying to do things, fitness standards, they have to be there. And if you guys are just going to be like, normie camping, and you're going to be hanging out in a camping area, and you're just going over, I guess like more support skills, and sure, that's different. And we're trying to work up having like a support element as well. Bullets don't fly without supply, but there's still going to be a minimum fitness standard. Just like the Army, just like any military, even the support people have a fitness standard. Yeah. So if you are a civilian, I'm a civilian, sorry. If you've never been in the military and you don't understand this, you should have a fitness standard still. It does not matter that you're Joe Schmo with a 45-70 or the bolt action or a shotgun. It doesn't matter. You, as an American citizen, or if you're in another country, fuck you, you should have a fitness standard for yourself.
Europoor's BTFO.
Yeah, Europoor's gon' get. No, I love my European people. I came from you, so can't hate too much on the Euros. Yeah. Oh man, now I kind of wish we had the framing this way, because that is gorgeous.
Well, we'll see as it clears up.
You keep talking, I'm taking a photo.
But yeah, once you have your physical fitness standards out of the way, you do some up downs, you do some sit-ups, you do some squats, you do some runs. Everything should have a time standard, again, for like your basic support guys, the minimum standard of where the minimum amount that you're going to allow for people to train with you, and then where people should be, and then where people should push for. That's usually good to have. Minimum, average, maximum.
You know what would help right here?
Yeah.
A bag of trash.
A bag of trash?
A bag of trash.
It's weird. If only we had a couple.
If only we had a bag of trash.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you got your minimum standards out of the way, and now what's next? Now it's the mental part. Now it's exhaustion. After day one, we're keeping people up at night, or we're running by in a truck, not letting them sleep, harassing them with airsoft guns, making them pick up all their shit at 5 in the morning and walk a mile to a different spot to sleep, that kind of stuff. I mean, from the outside looking in, it's like, why are you harassing your guys? But on the other side, it's like, cool, I want them exhausted, I want them tired, so that in the next day I can tell if they're mentally prepped enough to be able to hang out with us and do hard stuff when they've had a long week at work, when they didn't get enough sleep, and now they have to go and save somebody's life.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing, is that for the guys that are training and preparing and planning for, like, worst times to come, What do you think that's gonna happen when you're like fully rested? You think that like the end of the world is just going to wait for when you're at your prime, when you're at your best? No, dude. The end of the world's gonna happen at the worst possible fucking time. And it's gonna happen, and I swear, I don't know why, every time I'm getting my hair cut, I just swear that like as soon as the lady goes like does like the one zzz, I'm like, this is like rounds are gonna start flying right now. I just that's one of my worst fears, is going into shit like into the end of the world, just like the dumbest haircut. I don't know why. It's just always in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Or right after you hit legs.
Right after you hit legs, that would be
Dude, my legs are smacked right now, and I'm like, all right, well, if I had to go do a PT test right now, I don't think I'd still pass, but ow.
Actually, you know what? That'd be a good. No, me and Metal 3 have done that. We've climbed a mountain after a leg of days.
Leg of days.
Leg of days.
A day of legs.
The day of we should start calling that instead of leg day.
This day of legs.
The day of legs. Okay.
Leggening.
The day of leggening.
Something to touch on too. If you're gonna be keeping your guys up all night on one night, make sure they get rest the next night.
Yeah, that was something that I started. I talked about. Oh, you know what? I don't know if that was in the version that I uploaded to YouTube. It wasn't.
Nope.
Okay, that was something that I said in one of the versions that I recorded yesterday of making sure that if you go really, really hard in the paint with your guys on one night of no sleep, the next night they need to get sleep. Yeah. You can rotate back and forth, but for safety, if nothing else, for safety, dudes need to be getting sleep, especially if you start incorporating live ammunition. Guys need to be getting sleep. Also, you got to think about legal considerations. If you don't have an LLC, if you don't have to, man, you get sued.
Even if you have an LLC, you can get sued. Like
also, no, your LLC gets sued though,
yeah.
not you.
Yeah.
Technically.
Still sucks.
Yeah, it still sucks.
Still not fun.
For KOJENT.
Because I'm white.
I'm not gonna edit that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What timestamp?
1756.
Thank you.
On the board of whites.
On the board of whites. That works too. Okay, where were we?
We're talking about people getting sleep.
Yeah, no, sleep is huge. Sleep is everything. I know a lot of people joke about it, and a lot of people make memes of, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You say that.
And then you're dead.
You say that. Yeah, we might want to pause.
Day one on our event, we told people you can quit at any time. And part of this is kind of the mental game of like reminding them like, hey, you can quit. Just quit.
Just quit.
There's cold beer in the truck.
Just quit.
Just quit.
Just quit.
Just quit.
Want a beer? Beer? Quit?
Quit? Sounds like quit o'clock. I don't know.
We didn't play as much fuck games this year though. We really should. Like we should have the Suburban like right in front of them, like doors open, just like you guys want in? Anybody?
Yeah, especially day two when they're pulling that speech. You're just like,
no, we really should have played more fuck games on that one. It's like, dude, just hop in the burb, man. Why are you rucking? It's like, dude, you could be at home right now, gooning, all right? But no, you're out here walking. It's like a goober.
But on a serious note, if people are quitting, if they're tapping, on an event like this, at least where we're doing everything off along main roads, just have a fallout truck, be like, cool, you quit, hop in, we're taking you back to your car. Make sure you park all the cars in a way that any quitters can get out, and that's when you start fucking with them a little bit of saying, hey,
parking. Sure, that's not something I put in here. Parking. Depending on where you are, you need to make sure that you park in a way that everybody can get out. Because when someone quits
and they can't get out
and they're in the back, and now you have to go to all the attendees and collect keys so that you can play Tetris. That is the dumbest and most annoying. And then someone has a vehicle that no one knows how to work, so you have to go pull it.
The one lane nav?
Yep.
Where the third party, single file is like, hey, I need to leave like before morning comes. It's like, thanks for letting us know after we parked all the vehicles behind you, and we were in a
single file road.
Yep.
And this guy didn't tell anyone that he needed to leave early. Like he needed to leave like a couple hours into the event, and he's parked in the very back. So we had to take an extra hour out of the event to now play fucking Tetris to get him out.
Don't be that guy.
Oh my God, dude. And it's just like, and he was just a dick about it the whole time too. And it's just like, hey man, I don't know what your goal here was, but if your goal was for all of us to hate you, you got it. Mission accomplished, bud. Like,
Your did it.
your did it. That is, okay. Do we have anything else we want to go over and quitting?
Yeah, just make sure you have a vehicle to get people back, and then depending on the event, like sometimes having a quitter around just to be another supply guy is nice.
It's kind of nice.
You know, after night one when Cadre didn't sleep at all, it's like, hey, you're watching us sleep now. Thanks.
Congratulations, you're on Firewatch.
Thanks for quitting.
Thanks for quitting.
You have Firewatch. But most of the time, it's better. It's like if you quit, go home. Like, you know, it's not fair to the rest of the guys that are still going through. If you have somebody who just said, I quit, now they get to hang out and shoot airsoft guns at the guys who are still in. You know, that's happened before.
That's happened
Just
before.
send them home. Just be like, hey, you can go home. Your car's parked in a way you can go home. Go home. We don't need you.
At the bare minimum, have them as like away from the dudes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, have them separated from all the guys at a bare minimum.
Yeah.
Okay, so after, we have anything else we want to go over?
And still on that note, medical quitting, like, there's a difference between saying
Yeah,
I
no,
quit and being at the
so-
point where you should take a breather.
Yeah, no, so like a medic pulling you for like medical reasons and like, hey, I need to recoup and I'll be back in. That's completely different. That is completely different. It happens. We've pulled, I don't know how many guys from medical over the years.
We
and
pulled
they're-
4 or 5 guys on our last week's event. For
Yeah,
medical.
and then, you know, they get some water in them, get some electrolytes in them, maybe a nap, and they're back in, and it was no problem.
Yeah.
After day one, you know, we pulled a couple guys for like, what was it, like 4 hours even? It wasn't even that much.
3-4 hours.
Yeah, and like sometimes you legitimately just need I need a re-up, you know, and it's
Hey,
not that
I
big of
was
a deal.
dumb and I didn't drink water yesterday, and I showed up here and now I'm dehydrated.
Or I didn't drink enough water, or
haze
like
me for it. Cool, but
yeah, or simply like, hey, I'm having a bad day, man, and we've all had it. I'm just like, hey, dude, I don't know what it is, but I don't have it today.
tanks on E.
Tanks on E. I don't know what it is. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain, and that happens.
E, lifing.
Yep, lifing, tank on E, bad day at work. You know, it happens. So you know, try to, because the goal for training events, the goal for all of this is trying to get the most out of it, trying to get the most value out of it. So you know, sometimes you have to take a little bit of a hit of, you know, oh, well, this wouldn't happen in real life. Okay, good. Well, awesome. Good.
I had to send everybody home for medical
Good thing
reasons
it's
on day
good
one.
thing it's training,
Yeah.
and good thing that we can alter things a little bit so we can all get the best training value out of this. Because it's not real life, and I don't have to just like, oh, sorry, dude, you're sucking. Well, you know, we don't train medical.
I don't know if you have flexibility on there, but that's a huge thing of like being flexible.
Actually, I do.
Yeah, like that was a huge thing. Is, you know, people show up and you expect them to be at a certain physical level, and oops, they're all just barely passing the minimum standard.
You actually only skipped 2 talking points.
Yeah, like just adjust. Oops, things are running late. Oops, they had to pull a couple guys. Let's wait. Let's readjust. Let's make tomorrow a little bit easier because they're already gassed today. And even though we told them they had to have 50% security, they had everybody up, and they decided to try and move camps for some stupid fucking reason, and they fucked themselves. And okay, I guess
your candidates fucked themselves, and they got less sleep on their own accord when you told them that they could sleep more, and for some reason they had more Firewatch than they needed to.
These candidates are weird. They're self-smokers.
Yeah, it's like these candidates are weird, man. They keep fucking themselves. Like,
Yeah.
I told them they could rest, and they didn't.
or like we thought it was going to take them 4 hours to get up this hill, and 4
And it
hours
took-
later they're only a third of the way up the hill, and
That was rough.
let's drop packs and keep walking.
Yep.
And we'll drive the packs up in a truck, but we need to keep this event moving, and they learned their lesson. Like that's part of training, is learning lessons.
So that's a great talking point that I want to caveat off of altering the event just slightly, right? Of it's okay, this is taking too much time. We are not going to get to our next point unless we alter this in some way. And I said it in one of my takes from yesterday, I don't know which one, and he said it as well, of at a certain point, I came up to these guys and was like, okay, look, we're not gonna get much farther at this pace. We need to drop packs, go to day packs, just water, ammunition, foot care, go. And as soon as we did that, oh man, day 2 took a huge turn.
Yeah.
Day 2 take a massive turn in a good way, of guys who are just like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't have a bajillion pounds on my back. All right, I can walk again.
Most of these guys only had like 50, 60 pounds. Some guys had 70, 80, plus their chest rigs, and it's just like, okay.
That's actually something I was thinking about in the future for FTXs. And there should be a weight limit, like a cap.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're not going over 50 pounds. I don't care what you have to sacrifice. No,
Don't do it.
just absolutely not. If it's a regular
No fucking belt kit. Don't do it.
K's, you're watching this. I know that you're watching this. You're an idiot. No more belt kit and rucks. No.
Belt kit, day pack, sure. Belt kit, ruck. No,
Belt
kill
kit
yourself.
and ruck. No.
Actually, don't kill yourself. Never kill
Just
yourself.
don't kill yourself. Which is what you're trying to do. But he's an ox, so I can't. God, he's such a tank, though.
Yeah.
He's such a.
Kays, what do you think about this experience?
You know, kind of hurts, but I like it.
If you had to rate this water bladder from 1 to 10,
I'd give it a 6.9.
I'd give it a way too fucking heavy, man. This oxen of a man is carrying like 120 fucking pounds right now.
Yeah, my ruck's like 78 pounds.
Yeah, tracking. And then that bladder is like, I believe it's like 45.
Yeah.
Fucking absolute unit. Just fuck. Current mood. K's. K's current mood.
So the next point that I had was radios. So I have two feelings about radios at the same time, which is kind of comical. Radios are an incredible, incredible training asset. Emit and die.
Yeah, and you have to, like, again, we're doing a training event where even if somebody is listening to us, who cares? They're listening to us shout racial slurs at each other and tell each other, you know, hey, I'm going to your location now, okay.
Yeah, in route time now. Like, okay, have fun with that intel.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're not doing anything illegal. It's not a war. Like, there's a time and a place to practice extreme comms discipline and extreme SIGINT discipline. And there's a time and a place where radios are a tool and you can just be on a GMRS frequency out with the boys, just communicating to make sure that things run smoothly so you don't have to wait until they get back from whatever the fuck they were doing to realize why they were taking so long.
Oh, speaking of, you didn't have your radio on when we were coming up here.
I didn't have my radio with me today.
Not gonna make
it.
Okay, yeah, radios, like shit hits the fan. I'm so against radios, it's incredible. The second the power goes out, my radio is just, you're never gonna fucking see it again.
Or it's on and I'm listening to the people around me.
Yeah, I'm straight up just emit and die. The second you press that key, and I lost my shit on day 2 with the amount of hot mics that we had.
Somebody hot mic'd for a solid 10 minutes straight.
Which is that's just incredible.
Fix your shit.
That's just incredible.
Fix your gear.
Yeah, that's a massive thing when it comes to I would say just across the board, everyone that I've trained with on the civilian side. You know what? No, fuck, it was in the Army too. People are awful with radios, man. Just everybody. Everybody fucking sucks with radios. And by that specifically, I mean hot micing and keying accidentally. Because when you key accidentally, do you know what you're doing? You're giving away your fucking position.
But also, you don't know because your radio's dead quiet.
And you don't even know that you're giving away your position. Not only are you giving away your position, now you're transmitting everything you're fucking saying on an unsecured line. Way to go, dumbass. And I don't know how many times I have seen that. Oh my goodness. So overall, if you're not using your radio, it should be turned off and inside your bag, and no way can it be turned on.
With the battery out, so that if the frickin' dial gets jostled by your woobie or whatever's in there,
or have it in a Kydex holster, or have it some way that it can't accidentally turn on. Yeah. Because radios turn on just so easily, and then they
drain your battery, and then they transmit your location.
Yep, and then you go in there and you're like, oh, my radio's dead. Oh, it's been transmitting this whole time. Oh, my position's compromised. Oop. So radios, TLDR, great benefit. Also, horrible.
In an actual
like it's
operational environment.
Unless you're like the overarching force, right? If you are big boss dog on campus, and you're in charge. you know, dropping.
You want people to know you're there.
Yeah, if you have the support that you can defend yourself and you can use radios, then, you know, absolutely use radios. Yeah. If you have a castle, and you have castle walls, and you have, I don't know, the
And you
dome.
have Barretts and
Barretts and hey, Barrett. Okay, communication with Cadre is my next one. So what we're going off of our communication throughout the event could have been better.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been better. The big thing
Was
that I
bad.
learned, the big thing that I learned is that I need to have my guys communicate back up the chain of command. Like, if I'm the one that's in charge of the whole event and I tell people to do something, I need to be hearing from them back. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is how I'm gonna do it. This is what I'm gonna do. Just so that, at least so that I'm in the loop. It's like, hey, I know he's running a shooting lane down there. I don't know exactly what he's doing in the shooting lane. It would be nice to know, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna include the Barrett in the shooting lane.
Well, I couldn't even radio you. I was sending fucking pigeon. I was sending pigeon messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We're trying to relay off somebody to
Carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeon messages.
But even stuff around here, like Metal 2, when he was leading his medical lane on day 4, just saying, hey, you're in charge of this lane, and having him be like, okay, so this is what I'm going to do for this portion. Then we're going to walk up here, and here's how I'm going to run this this lane. We would have saved a little bit of time and a little bit of the like kind of flustering, you know, stage fright of like, hey, I just briefed everybody on this drill, and everybody's giving me ideas on how to make it better. You know, hey, we did it this way last year. You know, why aren't we doing it like that? It's like, if we just talked about that beforehand, if I had communication going up the chain of command instead of just down, we would have solved some of that stuff.
I think we probably need to have more meetings leading up to FTXs. I realize, you know, the whole
partially more meetings, but partially just like, you know, hey, this is your baby. Write up a plan, and give it to me back. Yeah. You know, as opposed to just, hey, we're all sitting around shooting the shit, getting on tangents like we're getting on tangents now. And, you know, because meetings start productive and then they end somewhere else. And the somewhere else is on top of a shed. On top of...
This fuck right here has been a casualty. I have carried him down a mountain.
And we didn't have a stretcher.
A stretcher would have been nice. Fold out stretcher on you. They're nice, especially if you're hiking. I've also watched normie hikers have incidents as well. And if they would have been stronger, if they would have had a stretcher, they probably could have got that woman out of there. But instead, they abandoned her to go get cell phone signal. So
and waited hours.
And waited like 5 or 6 hours for search and rescue to show up. So, if you're
2 hours to get me down 3 miles from the top of a mountain.
Yeah. You can just call another man to come save you. Just call somebody else to save you. Why would you ever need to train?
Get some guys on it.
That was another thing. We had Milo, Fatigued Civ, come out. If you're not following him, you should follow. No, he's on YouTube. He's on YouTube. Go follow his YouTube channel. Follow him on Twitter. I came out and he didn't know dick for shit. He's been training for not even a year, and he kept up the whole fucking time, and he did great. He impressed all of us. That dude is fantastic, and I feel like he is going to be a great example for what a young man can be. Not knowing anything, but having heart and having physical fitness and just giving it your all, asking the right questions, and just persevering.
Always wanting to learn. Yeah.
Always wanting to learn. I mean, he struggled at a couple points. He really did, and he didn't quit once. And you love to see it. So that's another thing with training events is, you know, like you were saying, subject matter experts, and us having the availability to bring out such highly trained medical professionals and be able to do that knowledge transfer to younger men. And it's incredible to see. And as much as people want to talk shit on it and talk shit on this type of training, it does in fact help people.
And it's not the kind of knowledge transfer that's paid for SIG or paid for by SIG. It's actual people who actually care about the thing and want to see other people be better, and they're showing up here to train and be better themselves.
So that's another thing that I really enjoy about training groups, about you know, fitness groups, about men's knitting group, whatever you want to call it. There's no money here, and that's something that I absolutely
we're all losing money.
Love. Is that we are all spending money to be here on our own accord.
And
You
to
know?
bring other people here, like we're helping other people out. The people that have more will give more.
Yeah, and that's another thing is that we want to help other people get into this space. So there's gear, there's so much gear that I've donated to people. There's I've helped people out of wanting to make commute, and that was actually one of my notes that I had here. The first thing was time and money, and these are in my opinion some of the most important things when it comes to logistics of. On personally, and I know we're taking away from day two.
No, we're good. We're just vibing.
Do you personally have the time to sacrifice? Is the why of being here? Does it justify the time and the money? And that was something that me and you were talking about when we were planning this video. That is a huge issue that we've run into. Is so many men cannot justify the drive. They can't justify the fuel. They can't justify the time off work. And it's all about priorities. And I've heard you say that for
years.
That's
all it boils down to. It's like everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day. How are you going to spend it? How much of it are you sleeping?
What's hilarious is how many of us got offended by that in the beginning, though.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't want to be there? Well, priorities.
Cool. Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck you.
Well, yeah, you have
all
the
priorities.
same 24 hours in a day. You have the same 7 days in a week. Cool, you might have other priorities and you need to just balance them.
Yep.
And if this is a priority for you, it doesn't mean that this has to be the top priority and push everything else out, but you need to make some space for it. If it's not every weekend that you're coming out and training, maybe every other weekend. Maybe it's only once a month, but it needs to be part of it. It needs to be slotted in that you're taking time off of whatever else you have to do to come out here and be here. And if it's a priority, you'll make that happen.
That's one of those things is just simple as. Literally
Same
simple
thing
as.
with money. Same thing with money. Everybody has a paycheck. Everybody has expenses. If it's a priority for you to be able to buy more gear, you need to sacrifice the really nice job that you really like to maybe get a job that pays more so you can afford the gear. Is that the trade-off you're going to make? Or are you going to keep the job that you like and is comfortable, but make less and not be able to afford gear?
So another thing that we have personally noticed is that it is harder to get men out to events now that the economy is getting worse. It's getting harder for men to justify getting more time off of work or taking time off of work because that same paycheck no longer goes the same way it did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're all feeling that, man. None of us are different. None of us are special. We're all feeling that the economy is getting worse. And you know what, bud? It's gonna get worse.
It's going to get worse.
It's gonna get so much worse than this. You think this is bad? You know nothing about history. This is gonna get so much worse. So
the thing is, do you want to keep the current job you're at and let the economy go down and you keep making the same amount, or do you everybody out there needs to be making steps to be making more money?
Yep.
Like as cringe as it is and as materialistic as it is, like your money's not going to be worth the same in a couple years. Start making changes right now. Start looking for better jobs while you still have your current job and you still have that safety net. Start looking for better things. By the time that you get fired, it's too late to be looking for a job.
Like you should be investing in things that aren't the dollar bill, because the dollar bill is nothing and it's backed by nothing. It's a piece of paper. Monopoly money actually costs more than dollars, and I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's all fake and gay.
But yeah, prioritize your time, prioritize your money, and you'll be able to make it out here. And on the planning side, you have to prioritize that even more. Like, you don't come up with this FTX in a night. I've been planning this FTX we just did since the start of the year.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
things around.
no, the amount of FTXs that we've planned and how much can go into it. And when I say it's the easiest part, I hope you know that that's not like a...
I mean, it's not hard. It just takes time.
It takes time.
You have to have a knack for it. You have to find people who can help you with it too. Like, this can't be a one-man thing.
Oh, no, and we're always bouncing ideas off each other. Like, hey, does this make sense? Does this make sense? Can you read over this and let me know if I should change something here? And like, you have to be communicating with your man to your left and your right. And that's another huge
It's a good segue for something else I wanted to talk about.
drama.
Not drama. But like how we specifically plan this event, like again, I just mentioned, I started planning this event at the start of the year. The first thing I did was I wrote things out in just English of like, here's what I want to do on day one, here's what I want to do the night one, et cetera, et cetera. I wrote it out just in English, so it's not a chart that people have to like put together in their head of just like, here, read some paragraphs.
Did you then write it in Russian, or why the
No, like cursive.
Oh, okay. I was like, why the specification of English? Like,
It's like in English, like not... I don't know, plain stupid monkey English.
Okay,
of like,
gotcha.
Here's where
I was
dude
just
go.
like, I was like, did you start doing it in other languages?
I
That
could, but
Not
no,
an
just
Excel spreadsheet.
yeah, not an Excel spreadsheet. But first, write it out just in sentence format and give it to your guys and just let them read it and just write down the ideas that you have. Like there are gaps where I was like, I don't know what we're gonna do here, so I'm just gonna leave it blank and this is TBD. But I know for sure that I want day 3 to have this, this, and this. And so you just feed it to your guys and then say, hey, what else do you want to, what else do you want to do that day? Does this order make sense? Do we want to change locations? And then you start with that first, like, paragraph form, and then you start making a chart of like, okay, here's what time we're doing this, here's what place we're doing this, here's who's leading it, here's what this other guy needs to be doing to prep for the next thing.
Do you remember these?
I hate those so much.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Ah, I used to love these.
Yeah. Little mind maps or whatever.
Yeah, where you do the little bubble of like you got the main plan and you got all the plans that break. I liked these. Give me a visual representation.
Yeah. Yeah, so I started with just writing stuff out, sent it to the guys, got some feedback, what finally came out of it was a 4-page spreadsheet of, again, every single time hack of when things needed to happen.
Do you want that? I have it with us.
No, I remember most of it.
No.
But when, where, who's leading it, what do other cadre people who are in charge need to be doing? Like, we had one guy just in charge of water, and it's like, I don't want anybody to be thinking of water. Just get people water at these time hacks.
Yeah,
and
no,
make sure they're topped up.
that was so helpful that we had one truck that was just, and we had one truck and one cadre. Well, it's 2 cadre. One truck, 2 cadre that were the water boys. That's what they did. They resupplied water. Once water was resupplied, they went to the nearest stream. They got more fucking water.
And it's not glamorous, but it's what dudes need. Dudes need food, water. They need their feet to be taken care of.
Yep.
They need their gear checked. Like, they need time for that too.
That was another thing is that if you guys don't have medical professionals, that's something that, and I don't have like some source of where to find them, but you have to have medics. If you're trying to do something that's like strenuous multi-day, having medics on hand to actually be checking people's feet and be checking in on guys and no telltale signs, because we had our medics pulling people for safety concerns because they know the signs. And they're like, hey, this guy is about to faint. This guy's about to have this guy, and they can
this
pull
guy's
dudes.
pooping his whole butt.
Yep. And because we have medical professionals, and we have all of this that's purposely cadre. Oh God, just keep ranting.
Keep going.
You need to have cadre, and in our case, we had more support than we had people that were actually running the FTX.
No, we had 8 to 12 is what we started with. 8 cadre, 12 guys.
I lied to you. I'm an asshole.
But even in the 12 guys, a couple of those guys have gone through before.
Yep.
They're basically our guys. They're just there to do it again and to kind of lead.
Oh, I was counting team leaders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with team leads, it's 11 to 9. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I was counting team leads.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, no, having support's everything. And I didn't realize that this much when I was on active duty, as much as I understand and realize this now, that support is everything.
Yeah.
If you don't have support, if you don't have, a Suburban that's just full of MREs and water and all these things for logistics, I mean, just note-taking material, whiteboards, I have a whole list of supplies of things that, maybe things you didn't think about. There's so much.
Electrolytes and...
Oh my goodness, dude. We were handing out those electrolyte powders just like they were fucking Skittles, man. Just, here, take one. Does anyone need one? Has everyone had an electrolyte powder this morning? You haven't? Here, take one.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's...
Force hydrating,
so that also goes
electrolyting.
back to what we were talking about of like, we spend money on this shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want these dudes to die. I want to continue training with them.
I'm going to go spend $200 and buy a shitload of electrolytes
Yep.
and just hand them out and not ask for $1 back.
Yep. No, it's, same with the liquid IVs. I mean, it's yeah. No, I was handing out...
PP, safety glasses, ear pro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was handing out peak mules. I think...
Safety glasses,
Yep.
yeah, ear pro, medical gear. Like, we went through everybody's IFACs and made sure they had enough stuff, and we had to give a couple of guys a good amount of stuff because they were lacking it. And it wasn't stuff like gloves. It's like, you don't have any gauze in here.
Yep.
You're going to need this. I mean, hopefully you're not going to need this, but...
You're going to need
have
this.
I want you to have this in the unfortunate event that maybe you might need this.
So, and we already said this, but I'm just going to say it again, that the more experienced guys or the guys that are more financially well off, you should be helping the guys that aren't. That's the whole point of this, is you're trying to help the next generation, or you're trying to help your fellow man. You're trying to help those that are not as well off as you, or maybe they just haven't been training as long and they didn't know. You know, and we've had that as well of dudes just like, hey man, I'm be real, I just woke up.
I don't know where I am.
I don't know where I am. Someone hold my hand.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes on that line is, when you have more than you need, build a longer table, not a taller fence.
Yep.
Like, just bring more dudes in and help them out. Even if you're giving them, like, you know, an old surplus ruck, that's better than, you know, and while you have your nice Everly stock comfy big old ruck, it's like, hey man, here's a pack for you. You can run it. You know,
did you know that if you go to my website that you can buy one of these heckin' things?
Yeah.
Ask me how I know. Okay. Would you like to continue going over the entirety of this last FTX? I will shut the fuck up because I have a lot that I want to talk about, but I keep interrupting you.
I mean, the only thing we haven't covered is night 3, which is kind of our fun time. That was the most amount of planning we've ever done into one activity, and it paid off massively.
And we're doing it again.
Then we're doing it again
because that was the coolest thing ever, and we're doing it again. God, that was so fucking.
It was so fun. So what I did,
I just love that I technically died, and like,
yeah,
I was I'm so proud of you guys.
One of the best things that happened last year, our last 4-day FTX. It was such a shit show last year.
It was such a shit show.
But the one thing that came out of it was that the selectees, or the guys who were going through it, decided to fight back against the Cadre. And we wanted to harness that into an actual activity. So we turned a land nav course into an intel gathering mission. So we had 10 points. Each point had one of the 10-digit grids, or one of the digits of the 10-digit grid. So you had to collect all 10 to put together a grid. And then each little box with the grid in it had some information. It was half a page torn top to bottom, so you had to put 2 pages together, and you had to put 2 of the right pages together to get the information of, okay, how strong are the people that you're going to go raid? What do they have? Do they look like they're combative or not? Here's the grid, and here's kind of your instructions of where to find your airsoft rifles that we stashed for you, and all that kind of stuff. So you're putting together all this information and basically building up into a raid. And yeah, splitting up into teams as well, because that's 10 points that you have to find. You don't have to send all 12 guys to every single point. You can split it up into teams of 4, and then they go find 3 or 4 points each, and then they link up somewhere, and cool. Now you have, you got all your points a lot faster than if you were to walk, the 20 miles you'd have to walk to get all the points one after the other. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And again, that took planning. You had to figure out, well, okay, where are we going to put these points? We have to go walk the routes to make sure that we're not sending people off a 20-foot cliff. Sick.
Do we want to try to reframe?
Just for a cloud to come back and ruin that view again?
I guess. We're up in the mountains, and it's just pretty. Super foggy, and now it's crispy. You want to just pan over there right quick?
ADHD break.
Wait, how's the is it blown out? How's it look?
Barely blown out. You'll definitely get your backs will get blown out if you stand there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, I don't want my back blown out, so I'll go ahead and stay over here, Coach. It's just like, don't mind me.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
Someone say blown out backs?
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Blown out backs.
Again, we had to plan. We had to figure out where we're going to place these points. We had to prep the intel that we were going to give them. We had to go out and actually place the points, walk the entire route so that we knew that the guys would actually make it through.
God, that took those dudes so... Oh, that was another thing. So we had 2 other Cadre members that were out setting land nav points. So he's teaching a class, I'm teaching a class. We had Metal 2 teaching a class. And then we had our water point guys that are running water. And then we also had Cadre that were setting land nav points. So it's...
2 guys took the entire day to set all those points. Yeah.
Yep. So that's another thing of, and I don't know how many times I got to say it. It's just like, you need support guys. You need guys setting it up. In the past, we've gone out days before and gone and set out. Me and Crispy have as well of just kicking off the mountains and setting everything up like on a weekday, taking off like a Wednesday or something like that. before the weekend and making sure everything's set up, and we stash supplies out in the hills and whatnot. And well, no, we haven't done that in a while. We had some shit get stolen once, so we're like,
Yeah. Yeah, now we keep our supplies with us. Oops, heavier packs.
oh no. But we'll get to the point of having our own land. Oh man, if I could just have land nav points just already preset.
Yep.
We'll get there.
But yeah, it took a lot of planning and it paid off. Like everybody was smiling that entire time, especially after the guys executed their raid flawlessly and took down all the Cadre, and
That raid was just,
it was beautiful.
it was almost textbook.
Yeah.
It was just,
Yep.
no, it was one,
Attacking at dawn when we're still trying to set up our MG nest
Yep.
and all that kind of stuff, and it all worked out beautifully. But again, all that took a lot of planning ahead of time, a lot of foresight. And the other thing is, a lot of the guys didn't know what they were getting into. Like the careful dissemination of information bit by bit is also important for a long FTX. If you tell people, it's like, hey, here's all the stuff you're going to be doing, and people on day one are just like, ugh, I have all that still left to do, they're going to be much more ready to quit. On the flip side, if they don't know what they're doing, it's like, are all 4 days going to be this physical? Maybe I should quit. So you're playing the mind game both ways. But yeah, only giving them the information of here's 10 points you need to find, plot the points first, then come up and split up your teams, then double check with Cadre to make sure that we know where you're going to be if shit goes wrong. Because we had to go out and try and find some guys there.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had to find guys in the past too.
Yep. Oh, my nose.
Was that day 3 of year 1?
Yeah, that sucked
Yep.
balls.
And then day 3 just keeps on.
Day
keeping
3
on.
curse.
Day 3 curse. All right. So, you mind if I go on?
Yeah, go for it.
So a couple considerations that I just have here, and we've already hit on a couple of them. But overall, supply, support, safety. Safety is a huge one. So I'd like to get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
If you guys are going to have live fire ammunition, you need to make sure that you are taking bolts, and you are taking any availability for someone to screw up and accidentally do a fucky-wucky. I've watched this happen in the military. Someone has died on a range that I was on because somebody else, one range over, thought that they had swapped from live back to blank. They still had live, and they wound up killing somebody a range over from them, which is just still blows my mind that even happened, but it happened.
Yeah.
I witnessed it. Things like this happen. Dudes get tired. So as Cadre, as people that are leading these things, you need to understand that dudes are tired. Dudes make mistakes. Shit goes wrong. So you need to be taking bolt carriers from guys. You need to take live ammunition from dudes. If you are going to have, blanks, then, sure, leave them their bolts. But ammunition checks, you need to be doing entire gear loadouts. If you're worried about contraband, like if this is going to be your baby, if this is going to be your event, you need to have full control.
Yeah, and it's a balancing act too, because you want
Real quick, also,
yeah.
Don't pull bolts apart, because that's just asking for parts to get lost out here
Yeah.
and just become a nightmare.
Yeah, don't just remove a firing pin.
Oh yeah, removing the firing pin. No, I don't like.
No, but you want to balance your guys being able to defend themselves if you leave them alone for a night and a bear comes up into their camp.
Well, that's why
And
team
then-
leaders have firearms.
And then you want to also make sure that, hey, this guy isn't going to trip and shoot himself in the leg. So
Yep.
what we did this year is we took bolt carrier groups out, put them in a baggie. You put the baggie in your chest rig, so you always have it with you, but there's no way your gun's going to go off unless you take the bolt carrier group out, put it back in your rifle,
Yeah.
and then chamber it. And that way you can still carry all your live ammunition for your realistic training weight, and you have something in case something goes sideways. But again, yeah, your team lead should be the most senior on that call.
I would like to get to a point where I can just issue everyone blanks. That's my goal for this year. Is next year
Also, don't mix blanks and live ammunition.
Don't mix blanks and
Don't
live
do it.
ammunition under any consideration.
Don't
They
do it.
shouldn't even be close together. They should be just complete so far. And also every blank mag, I don't know if I have any blank mags with me. All your blank mags should be wrapped with blue or white tape.
Yeah,
That's
something reflective and
something reflective, something overt. So you see a mag in a gun, and you're like, hey, how come that ain't blue? And something we were talking about as well is BFAs. Something we were talking about was in the future trying to have like magazine blocks. So while the guys are training, they just have like a 3D printed like blue mag, and you're just like, all right, that gun's not going to go off.
Yeah.
So you can have live ammunition in your chest rig, and then you can have, you know,
And
like
you don't have an empty mag well that's going to collect a bunch of dirt.
Yeah, that is another issue that we've run into is having empty mag wells. You get so much dirt and gunk and crap up in your gun. If anything, you know, have an empty mag in it, paint it, or what we're trying to do with the 3D printing, like just a block. Okay, next, we already went over water resupply. Oh, do you want to go more on safety?
No, that was,
okay.
that was the main thing.
We already hit on water resupply. One thing, make sure that every single person has a water filter, no matter what. Every single person, whether you're a cadre, whether you are, you know, attendee, whatever name you want to call yourself, if you are training, you should have a water filter on you. I use the Life Straw. I know a lot of people use different things.
Life Straws are great because it's a water bottle. You just scoop it up and then you can drink through it. You don't have to like squeeze through a bag, through a filter into your clean bottle and whatever else. I think I saw one of you guys with one around.
No, I know I have mine with me. I just don't know if I have it in this bag or if it's... No, it's in the
Get a Life Straw water bottle. If you get the newer ones, the Go ones, dummy cord your cap so you don't lose it and have to pay $9 for a stinking cap from Life Straw before shipping.
Yep.
To replace it, so dummy cord your shit.
Okay, so we talked about water. Quitting. So what do you do? So if somebody quits or someone gets injured, what do you do? Well, the very simple solution, you have a fallout truck. You should always have a fallout/medical truck.
Yay, water.
Thank you. So there is plastic Life Straw water bottles and there's metal Life Straw water bottles. I like the metal one, even though it's heavier, because it is durable as hell, and I already broke one of the plastic ones. So there's literally just a filter inside of this. So you just scoop it up and then you can just drink water on the go. There's, do you have, you don't. I want to get the filter for Camelbacks.
Yeah, so MSR makes an inline water filter that plugs right into your bladders too. That's what I used last year. Worked really well.
Wait,
Inline filter. So it just plugs in where your tube plugs in. You just plug the filter right there. And then
okay, so it's inside your bag then, not on your. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked that last year. It worked really well.
Because the Life Straw one, to my knowledge, yeah, it's that, and I fucking hate that. I don't want it exposed.
And the MSR one flows really well too. It doesn't feel like you're sucking through like a tiny straw.
How much are those?
They're $50 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a couple.
MSR makes good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's something that I really want to start reselling is more MSR stuff because they just make good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've used a single MSR product. Oh, wait, no. There's one MSR product that I don't like, but to be fair, it doesn't really matter because it's only their little camp stove. It doesn't work with the canteen cups. But like, that's a me problem.
Yeah, if you have your own cup that fits that, then you're good.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah. But if you're using the MSR, then you wouldn't be using a canteen cup.
The whole thing just fits right into the MSR cup.
And that makes sense. Yeah. But I'm just like, I don't use my canteen cup.
Canteen cups are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, quitting.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we go into MSRs from quitting?
Fallout truck. We were talking about water.
Right. Okay. So if dudes decide that they want to quit, if they're like, all right, I'm out, I'm done. You need to have a fallout truck. You need to have some way to get them out of there. If dudes get injured, you need to have some way to get them out of there. We completely and utterly fucked this up on our 35-mile ruck because no one wanted to be support. Not a single person.
Everybody's too macho. They're like,
everyone,
I want to ruck, man.
Everyone.
I want to do it.
Everyone that showed up was like, I'm doing the 35-miler. And it was the funniest fucking thing ever. And Ian still jokes about this, and I laugh every time. So
the turnaround
point. So we hit the turnaround point. We're walking back.
17 and a half miles away from cars.
17 and a half miles away from cars. And this guy was talking about, he was thinking he didn't have much left in him. He was asking about quitting. He was asking where the Fallout truck was. And Ian pulls out the keys to the Fallout truck. He's like, the keys are right here. And he's like, so where's the truck? He's like, back that way. You get to walk and I'll beat you there.
And then you get a casualty at 15 miles in who has to wait 6 hours until he can be picked up.
And then we actually had a heat cat and he had to wait like 6 hours to get picked up. And then I had to take one of our medics out of it to be with him the whole time. And it was like, we know better.
Yeah. Or
All right, testing, and we're back in.
And now I'm gonna say the N-word.
And now I'm going to say the N-word. Welcome back. We are now on a cell phone instead of our real camera because the camera decided to overheat. So
on a day when it's not even hot.
it's not even that hot. So here we is. I swear that camera's cursed.
One thing I wanted to add on the note of communication and just leadership, having one guy in charge of an event, just being the point man for it is, I think, necessary. That doesn't mean the rest of the guys don't play a role. In fact, they probably play a pretty big role in it. But always having one guy who all the information's coming back to, and they're giving all the information back out. When anybody's unclear about stuff, they always know they can always rely on, it's like, hey, this guy told me one thing, this guy told me another thing. Let me go to the guy in charge. That's really important for these events, and they're going to be facilitating the communication between all the rest of the cadre. Again, and the area that I lacked this last time around is just the communication backup. I was giving people stuff, and then I wasn't getting anything back, and I need to focus more on getting stuff back. So I guess that kind of wraps things up there.
The next thing we kind of already went into, but the over planning when things get messed up.
Yeah, and we were talking about how like I had time hacks for everything. It's like a lot of those time hacks are generous of like, hey, this should take us an hour and a half, but I'm putting in 2 hours here. And then sometimes it's like, hey, this should have only taken us an hour and a half. I budgeted 2 hours and we're 4 hours in. Be flexible with your stuff. Just expect things to go sideways and expect to have to adjust things, not just pack weights and that kind of stuff, but timing of things, when activities happen. We were going to bushcraft stuff as one of the lanes, and we ended up just doing it as a time filler instead and made a land nav class one of the lanes because we had to shorten stuff down. And just being flexible that way. And then planning more things than you probably have time for or energy for. That can be helpful because what you don't want to have happen is, hey, we got everything done and there's still 4 hours left in the day.
Now what?
And I mean, we could sleep for 12 to 14 hours, but like that's kind of boring. So it's better to have way more planned and be able to add in more things than to have not enough and then everybody, they took 3 days off work plus their Saturday to be out here and they're standing around twiddling thumbs.
Yep.
It's make the most out of your time, overplan and expect not to get everything done.
Fed considerations.
Feds are fat and they probably won't keep up. So if your day one is physical, you'll weed them all out.
So as far as like worrying about federal agents, federal informants, whatever federal fear, the Fed, like, oh God. Yes, it's always a consideration, and it's always been a consideration throughout the entirety of human civilization that there's always been spies. Spies weren't recently invented. The word Fed is new, but Fed and federal agents are spies, of which is not a new concept. And I know that might be surprising to you. That's always been a thing, and humanity has kept going. Yeah. Yes, you have the potential of having spies in your group, in your organization. That's something that you're always going to have. Do your best to not, Fed post IRL. Do your best, try to not, encourage others to do illegal things. Don't do
illegal things in the presence of new people that you haven't vetted.
Maybe don't kidnap the governor.
Don't try to kidnap the governor. Don't, make a plan with guys you don't know to go kidnap the. Don't go do illegal shit. And if you're gonna do illegal shit, don't talk about it.
And don't do it with people you haven't vetted.
And if you're gonna do illegal shit, just do it right. I don't know if that's the right.
We probably shouldn't be saying this.
That is like the worst way that I possibly could have phrased that, but I'm gonna stand with it and I'm not editing it out.
Down the Fed.
Be better at doing illegal things, I guess.
The other thing,
don't do illegal things, or that's the option. Don't do illegal things, or get better at doing illegal things.
Don't do illegal things. For legal reasons, don't do illegal things.
Okay.
The other thing with feds, and we've run into people who we think are feds before, and the best thing to do is to just let them talk. They'll out themselves. Like they will out themselves, and it's like, hey, you're acting weird, and even if you aren't a Fed, you're not the kind of person we want around. So get out of here.
So that's another thing is that sometimes it's really hard to differentiate if someone is autistic and weird as fuck, or if they're a federal agent and they're trying to hide something. Either way, it's not somebody I want to be around.
Yeah.
Because either way, you're fucking weird, dude. I don't want to be around you. You know, if you are so awkward and you are so socially inept that I think that you're hiding a secret, like maybe you need to get a little bit more socialized, my guy. You know, maybe
go do that with somebody else before you come to my group.
yeah, maybe like step outside, touch grass. I don't
Talk to
a woman ever.
I thought about saying that, but
I said it.
Ugh.
Go talk to a woman. Be like, "Hi, my name is whatever your name is," and then
my name is Captain
then-
Autismo.
and then you try to have a normal conversation. I don't know, dude. Stop being weird.
Yeah.
That's my being fucking weird.
And it all boils down to, if you have an open invite event, expect a Fed to show up. Act like there is a Fed there. Don't do
Actually,
anything
you know
illegal.
what? That's a perfect segue. Is your event going to be an open or closed event?
Yeah. If it's open, expect Feds to show up there, because a Fed can open up Instagram or Telegram and they can see your invite, they can see what time it's starting, they can see where the link up is. They're going to be there.
And they might just want to check you out, see what you guys are doing. All right, is there anything illegal here? Is there anything I should be concerned about? No, cool, awesome, I'm going to fuck off.
Yeah.
Or they're going to try to overtake the group and it's going to be half Feds, and then everyone's going to get off because everyone's Feds, and then no one actually gets charged. Was that Michigan? Was that
Yeah.
the thing? No one got charged?
Yeah,
because-
there were 2 guys that weren't Feds.
I love when people are like, your entire group is probably Feds, and I'm like, well, I'm prior Feds, so you know,
Yeah.
guess it all just checks out. If you worked for the Army, if you worked for the military, you're a prior Fed.
If you're active duty, you're a Fed.
If you're active duty, you are a Fed.
You're
You
a
are
federal
a federal employee.
Yeah.
If you work at the post office, you're a federal employee.
Your mailman.
Did you guys know that? Your
mailman's
mailman's a
a
Fed.
Bring him up in your basement.
Your mailman. Do you know how many mailmen I have in my basement right now?
Cut.
Cut! Issuing food. This has been a issue that we've had in the past. We've done some really, really dumb fuck games with this in the past. We've taken grocery bags with people's names on it and thrown it in the back of one truck, and then that all gets like fucked around, and then and then we have to have like resupply trucks where people are getting their food, and it's just like a fuck mess.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to be the guy on day 2 of missing resupply. When you're an event attendee, Cadre won't like the kind of things that you do to them. If you're the guy and you're like, hey, I know I packed 48 hours of food because I know we're getting resupply every 24 hours and I want a little bit in case things go bad. Things have gone bad for me, and now they're about to go bad for you.
Yeah, and the amount of guys that have like not packed enough food and they don't realize that when you are doing strenuous things for days,
6, 7, 8,000 calories a day.
you eat like 3 times as much as you normally do.
Or at least you
bud.
need to.
Or you should be.
Yeah.
You should be eating like 6,000 to 8,000 calories. If you're
Going on a hell of a cut.
yeah, if you're rucking with 50 plus pounds for 10 plus miles for 4 plus days, yeah, you
And
need
carrying stretchers
and
doing
carrying
up
things
downs
and being extremely physical. Your body, you are burning so fucking much that your body needs to be eating more, way more. If you're packing like one like peak meal per day, you'll live.
Not gonna make it.
You'll live. You are going to have a bad time, dude, because you are now on a cut out in the mountains, and that's not the time to.
Firewatch.
Hey man, I'm trying to get some abs going, so I just decided not to eat this whole FTX. Like,
Oops, I'm heat catting.
oh,
So yeah, I mean that goes back to water truck. But
drink water.
We had
Drink water.
cases of MREs. We had peak meals that, like, if anybody was lacking on food, they could come to us.
I
and say,
sell
"Hey,
MREs. You should buy them.
Can I buy some from you, like, real
And
quick?"
I sold MREs on this FTX, and that's a great thing that I can justify selling products on FTX. What?
Told them to bring cash.
Because we told them to bring cash. Like, and I'm like, hey, if you fucked up and didn't bring enough food, I'll sell you MREs. I sold a lot of MREs because people are stupid. Don't listen to us.
Yeah.
Bring more food.
Yeah.
All right. Chain of command, which I guess we've kind of already gone over, but you know, the fact that some sort of chain of command is important, and even if not a chain of command, at least roles. Everyone should know what their job is. Everyone
You're the water
should know.
guy. You're the
Yup.
you're the medical guy. I mean, and chain of command goes to medical as well. Like you have to figure out who your head medic's gonna be. Like because
Medics are always, if it is an emergency, if it is medical professional advice, medics outrank everyone.
well, and then within medics, you have your guy that's a pediatrician, and you have a guy that's an active ER trauma nurse.
Yep.
Who outranks the active ER trauma nurse?
Yep.
And they're gonna and medics are pretty good about this already. Like they already know it's like, hey, that guy's running the scene. I'm just hands.
It's so incredible
so-
how well we've seen medics of like, okay, he's more experienced than me. I'm going to be right down from him and I'm going to help him in whatever he needs.
Yeah.
Okay, he's more experienced than me in this way. I'm going to be to the side and I know how I need to help him and I can go into like a nurse role and now he's in like the primary. I fucking love that about our medics, man. That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That goes for normal chain of command and medical chain of command.
Weather is my next one.
Weather is important. Most missions plan or fail or succeed because of weather. You know, for this event, I tried to make guys pack rain gear, even though we knew that we had sun the whole time because we're in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to be packing a lot
Pacific
of rain
Northwest,
gear,
baby.
and I need to know that you can carry rain gear on you, and I need to know that you have it for the next weekend where it might be downpouring rain. But again, thinking ahead of time, like, hey, it's going to be 85 degrees and sunny, and we're going to be out in the sun all day without any cloud or without any trees to cover us. People are going to need a lot of water, and they're going to be sucking and sweating a lot. And if people stop sweating, then you know that you have a problem. So, thinking about weather ahead of time, how it can fuck things up. I guess that's another big point we haven't covered is when you're planning an FTX, think of all the ways that it can go wrong.
Oh, yep.
Think of every single way that things could go wrong at each activity and try to plan ahead of that. If you don't think of ways things can go wrong, congratulations, your plan's full of holes. And things are going to go wrong. So if you plan ahead of time and you think, hey, we're doing this drill, how can it go wrong? You know, people might leave this live fire drill with their bolt carrier still in, with the round still in the chamber. So, okay, at the end of this drill, I need to make sure that people clear their rifles completely, take their bolt carrier back out. Just a little note like that can save you a whole world of hurt afterwards.
Do you want to go into everything that we have on the FTX board right now? I think the packing list and uniform specifically I want to go over.
We can talk packing list. I mean, as I was just talking about, as you're going through stuff and thinking about how things can go wrong, you can think about things that you can bring with you. The way that I put together the packing list is I kind of wrote down, it's like, what do I think people need? And then I went through every single thing we were going to do on that big spreadsheet. I'm like, what do they need for this stage? What do they need for this stage? What do they need here? What does Cadre need? Like, you know, we need 2 steel targets for this stage.
Yeah, so that was another
down.
nice thing is that of having a packing list specifically for Cadre and having like we had an entire separate list of support things that we needed here, and that was really nice for me because I have the ownership.
I am the disorganized man
of the support. I worded that in the dumbest way possible. Knowing what support element needs to be where and when guys need to be supported, and having all of your support elements and having your totes organized in your truck. Not just that, but also in your bag. Having your bag organized and knowing where all of your bullshit is inside of your bag, just as your vehicle. FTXs are going to be huge. FTXs are really going to shine the more organized you are. The more pre-planning and pre-organizing. I took an entire day before selection and just organized the Suburban how I felt like we were going to need it. Yeah. I was like, all right, we're going to get here. These 2 totes are going to come out immediately. This is going to go here. So and I packed it reverse in the way of everything that I would want. And that's something that just comes with time and experience of what am I going to need in what order am I going to need it? And it's the same thing with your pack, right? Of like how you pack all of your clothes and all of your food, how you pack your sleep system and how it's layered is in order of the operations on which I think I'm going to use these.
and a little bit of weight consideration. But yeah, still the same
Weight
thing.
consideration as well, absolutely.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, and again, packing list, write out the things that you think you need, go through your itinerary, figure out, okay, what do we need here, what do we need here? Oh, we forgot to add I don't know, Ear Pro to our packing list for some stupid reason. Okay, let's add that back in. And just kind of going through things over and over. Like I ran through that spreadsheet probably 20 times in the couple days before selection, and every time I went through, I'd be like, oh yeah, we need this too. And either I'd order it and have it next day aired on Amazon, or I'd make sure that somebody else brought it with.
One more thing that I want to go over is you personally training up for an FTX. And that's something that we realized on day one of this FTX that we've never really seen before, is how many guys that were coming out for this one that really just did not plan properly. That did not drink enough water, did not pre-hydrate correctly.
Didn't sleep enough.
Guys that didn't sleep enough. We had a guy that did his own PT test the day before, which I didn't even know that was something that I had to say not to do. Don't do a practice PT test
the day
before a record PT test. Don't do that. I don't know why I have to say that, but don't do that. That's dumb. Your body's not going to recover. Duh.
On that same note, just like conditioning. Like if you know you're
General conditioning.
If you know you're going to be rucking pretty heavily,
you need to be
maybe
rucking.
you should be rucking once a week.
Yep. You need to, if you're trying to do something extremely challenging, you need to be training up for it. Like the 35 miler, you know, like one of our guys, he'd never rucked that much before in his life, but his conditioning is through the fucking roof. He works out so much, he runs so much, his conditioning is so in check that he was able to finish that entire ruck like it was nothing. It was literally nothing to him. It was just another day. I'm pretty sure he went to the gym that night. Did he go to the gym that night?
Who?
Metal.
Probably.
He probably went to the gym that night.
He ran most of it.
I know he ran. I know he ran most of it. He's fucking insane.
Jogging like, hey guys.
We're just suffering and dying, and he's just smile on his face, running, and it's just
Hey, that guy looks kind of fucked up. Somebody should check on him.
Yeah, literally. So.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, damn, that's crazy. Anyway. No, general conditioning is fucking huge. You and I started out this video, you know, like 5 cuts ago. I started out this video saying that conditioning is huge, and conditioning is huge.
Yeah.
It's if you don't have some kind of general conditioning, if you can't run a sustained mile,
if you're not working out at least twice a week, you're not going to make it.
Kind of in the Mike Jones clip of if you're not fit, you're gonna fucking die.
I think that
Genghis thumb.
I think that that you should be working out at least 3 days a week for at least an hour, minimum. I would say 3. Yeah. I personally think that you should be every single man that calls himself a man should be working out 3 days a week, and there's 7 fucking days in a week. Figure it out.
There's some studies where it's like if you work out 1 day a week, all you're doing is maintaining.
Yeah, 1 day's
maintaining. You add an extra one, it's like, okay, cool, now you're improving. If you add a 3rd day, it's like you're not, the jump from 1 to 2 is bigger than the jump from 2 to 3, but jump from 2 to 3 days is still pretty big. And then after that, it's like it just peters off. If you're working out 7 days a week, good for you. Like, cool. It's glad that your life can do that. Not everybody can. And that goes back to priorities. It's like if you're working 40 plus hours a week and you have a desk job, you better be pushing pretty hard in those gyms.
Yeah, no, you need to be working. You do nothing. There was one of the videos that I did not too long ago where there was some polls running, and over 50% of Americans sit all day.
That's me.
They sit on their way to work. They have a desk job. They sit on the way home, and they sit in front of a TV.
Yep. I have a desk job, but I make it out to every single PT. I lead every single PT. I push myself as hard as I possibly fucking can because otherwise they can't do any of this stuff. If I just relied on like, well, I just eat good and I kind of work out, like I go on a run sometimes, it's like that's not enough. Like you need to be pushing yourself hard, and otherwise you're not going to be able to keep up with the guys that work labor.
See, I work out like 3 days a week, but I'm also out in the mountains so often hiking and whatnot that's like I don't even. Yeah, I'm active. You should be active.
Well,
Try to be active.
I've been active my whole life, which helps a lot because it's like even on my slow weeks, it's like cool. My body still knows it's like, hey, we're an active nigga.
Yeah. Real.
We're vibing. Like
we vibing.
It's like okay, cool. We're not working out this week. We're gonna be working out next week though, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's go.
we're going, right? We good? All right. I'm out of notes.
What else do we talk about?
I don't know what else we could talk about.
I think we should do some P words.
We can do some P words. I want to do P words over there. Crispy, if you want maybe. I'm going to pick right here. Hey!
Stood around too long.
That's almost.
That's human.
That's almost a mountain.
That's a nature's titty.
Hey, look. Nature.
Crispy, why aren't you pushing?
Fuck you, I'll push in a second.
You should be pushing. I kind of want to just take the camera and just go up there. Just like, all right, that was the B-roll. You know what? I'm going to do that. You can't stop me. Welcome to the B-roll section of the video. The video is now over. If you're watching this, well, I don't even know how you got this far in the video, but if you're watching this, we're going that way now.
We're gonna go find nature trash.
Should we take mics off?
I'm gonna say.
Are you coming with?
I might as well. Chris, are you staying with Vix or are you coming?
Oh, yeah, you keep that.
Yay.
We're going on an adventure, Charlie.
Oh wait, this is the entrance down here. Where's the other one?
Right here. Were you trying to go to Field Chapel or no?
I mean, we could go to the field chapel. I wasn't trying to though.
It's right there.
I just wasn't trying to, is all.
This is the way up.
You know, I could probably dismount this from the tripod, but
Might be a lot easier.
yeah, but like, then I can set the tripod up there.
Hey, you know what would go really well with this nature?
What's that?
Trash.
Is there more trash up here?
We're about to find out.
Because, anyway, I started becoming radicalized. What radicalized you? Normies and their trash. Oh, I'm so happy it cleared. So nice. It was really foggy when we got out here, or else we would have, you know, gone somewhere more scenic. But now it's clear, so. It's so fucking beautiful.
You can see the target from over here.
What was that?
You can see the target from over here.
Oh no. I don't think that's gonna be safe though.
No.
But you can see the target. Yeah, it's probably not the best shot though.
We had spotters maybe.
Part of one of my drones is somewhere down there. I never found it. I looked. I smacked a drone like right there. Except for that's, I don't know what that is.
Trash?
Some kind of trash.
I'll kill him.
It's so pretty. All right, Kojent. Do we have anything else to say? What do we want to say?
Drink water.
Drink water. Go outside. Outside's cool. Okay. ATS, bye. We just get a verification of audio check.
Eat some more mustache.
I'm gonna eat some more mushrooms real quick.
Just eating my mustache the whole first. Like I started talking, it's like hair in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Just what I needed.
fuck, that's just gonna be stuck in my head now.
It was stuck in my head all this week. God damn it. Just bopping around like.
Dude, I have the fucking Fetty Wap stuck in my head all goddamn week.
Yeah, babe.
Bro, Crispy and I hop and fucking pop side by side. And first thing right in front of me, he has a fucking bungee cord around his JBL, and I'm just like, yeah, baby. I was like, bro, I can't get that stupid fucking song out of my fucking head, bro. I hate it. I hate music so much now. Like now that I know
How bad it is.
yeah, I'm just like, God, I hate this. Yeah, baby. No. At least I get a kick. I don't like it. It's just funny.
It's only funny because of how dumb it is.
It's
It's brain rot.
Yeah.
but like that. But like it's still like I'm consuming it.
It's
so like
watching a bad comedy movie.
Well, no, like because
it's like watching Idiocracy or something.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, it's not like watching. Yeah, Idiocracy is just like
That's another thing.
That's
With,
because the satire became real.
yeah.
Satire is not satiring.
But no, like when we're
Are we
playing
recording?
the bad guys,
Currently, yeah.
Oh,
when,
shit.
when we're playing
No,
the bad guys
when we
ripping
start
around
getting
the
into it for
truck.
real, I'll say something and then I'll stop and restart it.
Yeah, this
It's
could
just
be fun.
This could be
bloopers.
I might just throw this
Outtakes.
on at the end. I don't just me. I hate
No, like us rolling around the truck, like we're pretending to be the bad guys. You know, the truck full of undesirables. Like what kind of music are the undesirables?
Well, I'm gonna listen to the music that Op4 would listen to. 'Cause, duh.
Duh.
Okay. I do have a couple of good points here that I wanted to go over today. We don't have to go over right this second, but I do have some points that I wanted to go over. Welcome back. Me go that way?
Just a skosh. Like, yeah, perfect.
I like that hill though.
Yeah, go for it then.
No, that's fine. I'll just. Where are your shades?
I'm trying to hide my face.
Now you got it, right?
Oh, that's so. Yeah, okay. I'm also trying to hide my face because I am doing my best to stay anonymous. I would say so far I'm doing a bang up job.
Designer shades just to hide my face. Because I'm white.